maybe 2 lag, 3 lag.
We're watching Derrick right here. He's on this hill right here is very, very, very steep. You cannot tell it, probably cannot tell it as much in the video. You can see how his angle is on his tracks as it's coming back up. So it's cruising down. Very, very steep. Right out the front, I mean, it just goes, basically goes just straight down right there is what it does. And it's pouring down raining right now too, on top of everything else. But you can see the tree line, the cut line he's got right there, it's never been thinned. Because it just ain't nobody else around here in our area that has the machinery that we have, the track cutter and all that stuff like that, to be able to cut this stuff on this steep ground like you can see. The last time this timber, you asked, well, how did it get to the point where it is? All right, the last time this timber was cut, back in the 80s, it was all cut down with chainsaws and skidded with cable skidders. And then what they did not cut like that, like back then, there was no market for hardwood pulp back then, no market whatsoever. So they had a machine, I believe it was made by Laterno, and it was called the tree crusher. They would bring the tree crusher in after they logged the track, and whatever hardwood was left standing on the job, they crushed it. They ran over with that machine. The machine was so huge they had to haul it in pieces. And then when they got it to the job, they put it together. And then they run it over the job. It had these gigantic wheels on it, steel wheels that had these blades on it. Kind of like a chopper, except this thing was just a lot bigger than a chopper. And they would run over the hardwood pulpwood and crush it to the ground. They crushed thousands upon thousands upon thousands of loads of hardwood pulpwood back in the 80s, getting rid of it because, like I said, there was no market for it. And it may have started back in the late 70s, I don't know, because I remember probably about 1986, yeah, probably about 1986. It started to become a market for hardwood pulpwood, and you could actually haul it and get paid for it then. So it started getting something for it. But back in the day, hardwood pulpwood, you didn't need it for anything. See what Derrick's doing, Hunter Camp over there around Oxford, Alabama, he talks about this a good bit. He's used to that. Certain spots you have to tote the trees back up and start to lighten them a little bit now. And that's what Derrick is doing for Chad right there. He's bringing them back up the hill about 20 feet where Chad can grab them and go on with it. It's aggravating as heck when you have to start doing that stuff like that, but some spots you have to, and sometimes it'll get bad enough to where Derrick cuts it. I'll actually go out there on my loader and I'll get the trees up. I'll just get Derrick to get them down. All I want him to do is get them on the ground for me. And then I'll move them where Chad and Tommy can pick them up. But see, where he's at now, he's way down below the level of what I'm sitting in right now. It's been a cut big in there now. He got through it, surprisingly. Trees are tall too. That tree right there just reaches way on up. Rain getting steadier and steadier too. He's got his disc. See, you can't hear his disc running. He's got something hung that. He tore a little stuff off the butt of that stump and it's on his disc right there. It ain't letting his disc spin. So as soon as he throws them down, that disc will pick back up and start back running again. What that thing's doing, that disc is stopped, but that oil is still flowing to it. It's flowing through a relief now. So that oil is making a cycle. See, all right, there the disc starts back up. It takes it a few seconds to come back up to full speed, probably from a dead stop, probably 10, 15 seconds, maybe something like that. You see Chad coming in the train there also. But that oil, that disc stops, and a relief opens, and then the oil goes right back to the tank, so it's making a circle in there going back. And when he throws that tree down, that disc starts sticking back up, that release shuts back, and it starts back flowing that disc like what it's supposed to. A lot of y'all, I get a lot of comments from y'all about how much you love my videos. Let's keep this thing growing. Anytime y'all get a chance to tell somebody about my stuff that you think might be interested in equipment, please do so, because that helps me out a lot. You know, I'm gonna do some more live stuff, but the YouTube is what I need. I need people on YouTube watching my stuff on YouTube, because like my camera stuff, like a GoPro costs $400. My camera stuff, you know, and I use it, it wears and stuff like that, you know. The views on YouTube is what I need. That's how I generate what I need to be able to buy more gear and do more stuff and everything. So anytime y'all get a chance to say something to somebody or tell somebody about my stuff or anything, I sure do appreciate it. So y'all have a good day. See y'all.